What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my teeny tiny itsy bitsy little channel. So let's do an update on the 308 and what I've been able to find out thus far. Interesting stuff. So I reached out a while back to you guys on the internet to do what you do and to see if you could send me leads, and a few of you have, and I'm very appreciative of it. Thank you so much. And here's what I know, here's what I found out from chasing down those leads. I reached out to Jay Leno's Garage on Instagram, just in the messenger thing. I didn't really think that was going to go anywhere. Obviously, it hasn't. I did reach out to VinWiki. I think I sent them an email. Never heard anything. I'm sure they just get hammered with emails all the time. But I also sent them a message through Messenger as well. That didn't go anywhere. So Ed Bolian, if you are watching this, which you're probably not, reach out and see if you can help me. I know you've got a huge kind of network. Someone gave me the name Craig Lieberman, and if that name sounds familiar, he is the gentleman who supplied the cars, I believe, for the Fast and Furious. I don't know if it was the entire series or just maybe one or two of the films, but he's kind of in that world. So I sent him a message and just explained kind of what I was looking for and the info that I already had. He responded, which I'm thankful for. But it wasn't really helpful. He basically told me, Universal's not going to know any of that, or they're not going to have records. They will, because I do know for a fact that Universal has an archives department. I used to work for Universal Studios way back in the day, so I do know for a fact that they keep records on all kinds of stuff. I think I actually sent them an email years ago when I first got the car and was kind of looking through after I had found that initial insurance card picture, and I think I got one of those blow-off emails like, oh, we can't share our information with you. Why? That's the part that gets me, is I don't understand why. I mean, who cares? You don't own the car. It's been 40 plus years. Come on, help me out here. Throw me a bone.
Throw me a frickin' bone here.
On Facebook, I had posted in a couple of different groups about the car and the pictures of the VINs and the actual verified cars. Someone messaged me. So in a nutshell, he basically said, my car sold new at a dealership up in Colorado, but it didn't actually sell until 1983. I have the date written down somewhere. Okay, so this car is an 82. It would have come out like the end of 81, somewhere very beginning of 82. They'd hit the floors, and this car sat there for a year, supposedly. Here's what doesn't quite make sense or doesn't quite add up. It's very possible that the car did sell from that dealership in Colorado, but where was it? What was it doing for that first year of its life? Was it with Universal somewhere? He also made mention that it sat on a showroom floor because basically nobody wanted the car. I don't know if I quite believe that. So these cars that were used in Magnum PI, obviously that show in turn made these cars famous and everybody wanted one. Why would my car sit on a dealer floor for a full year? I have my theories. Again, none of this stuff is confirmed yet. I'm still working on it, so I'm still asking for help from you guys on the internet. The story goes, Ferrari North America supplied a batch of cars to Universal Studios for them to use for the TV series. When the cars were finished filming, most of them, I guess, were sent to a couple different places. They were gone through, kind of refurbished if need be, and then they were basically sold as new cars. Because they were supplied through Ferrari North America, they were never titled to Universal or anything like that. So they were still brand new cars when they hit the dealership floors, and I guess some of them had that provenance in writing with them when they were sold. Maybe not all of them. I don't even know yet. I'm curious to see how these people that own these cars actually track down that information. Is it possible that my car could have been in that batch? Could it have been with them for a year and then sent to this dealership and then sold as a new car in 1983? I guess I got a 50-50 shot at the end of the day, right? It either was or it wasn't. Still waiting on a couple things. I've got a buddy who's doing a comprehensive title report for me. You can pay for this long report that will give you like every bit of information wherever the car was ever titled from brand new. So that'll be interesting to see. But if it was sold at that dealership in Colorado, there will still be that gap. If it sold new in 83, there's still that whole gap of the 1982 model year. And here's something else that's interesting. The person that sent me all the information claiming that my car was sold at that dealership in Colorado, I was like, okay, great. Send me what you've got so I can take a look at it. This is awesome. Let me read through it. His response was, no, I can't send any of that. I can't share where I found this information. I can't share the information in that form or anything. Why? I mean, we're talking about like a 40-something-year-old car. Who cares? I mean, obviously I own the car. I can prove that I own the car. Why so secretive? And then it gets even weirder. I was telling the story to a couple buddies, and I went back into my Messenger app on Facebook, and the message was gone. He had deleted it, I guess, on his end. I didn't even know you could do that, but whatever he sent me, he unsent. So why? It just adds to the plot of this story. Here's where I'm at today. I'm gonna ask again for any more help from you guys on the internet. What I plan on now trying to do is reach out to, I'm gonna send an email to Tavarish. He's got that connection between him and Hoovy and Ed Bolian. Maybe if he happens to check his email, I might even send one to Hoovy, who knows? Maybe I'll get lucky, maybe I'll strike gold. They'll click on the email and actually read through it and see. Maybe they can reach out to him personally. I'm gonna take the chance. It costs me nothing but time to sit down and compose an email and send it out, and we'll see where this goes. It could turn out to be just the biggest coincidence in the entire world that these VIN numbers were so close or sequential, but you never know until you do everything you can to track it down. Is it possible that there are other cars out there that were owned or used, and maybe there's one or two stragglers that people don't know about? Maybe. If you follow this hobby, if you're a car person or whatever, you read stories that just amaze you every day. The Mustang from Bullitt was just, the guy was driving it around and had no idea that it was this famous Steve McQueen car. I mean, all these crazy cars that are just found in barns that have just disappeared for years and years. So that's what keeps me going with this story and wanting to try to track down the actual information. If it ends up being a wild goose chase, totally fine. It was a lot of fun. It still is a lot of fun working on it right now. So I'm just gonna kind of take it for what it is. Stay tuned. Like I said, if you are able to help me in any way, send me an email. I'll chase down any lead that I can find. Thanks so much for watching. Stay hungry, stay foolish.